Hi, my name is Carlos, the founder of Rank Unlimited Media, and welcome to today's coaching video. The topic for today that we are going to cover will specifically revolve around why your competitors rank and what makes them rank and what types of websites does Google prefer to rank in their search engine. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, the main goal for this video is for you as a business owner to understand what exactly makes your competitors rank and how can you improve your website to catch up with them, and most importantly, outrank them to rake in all the calls that they are getting by ranking for their most important keywords on Google. First of all, the most important thing that you need to know is this: there are only three types of websites that rank on Google. The first type is websites that have huge relevance. So websites that are specifically themed for the set amount of keywords that they want to rank. And what you also have to understand that Google is not a human. And what that means is Google doesn't think. It can only read. What most SEO gurus or experts tend to kind of misunderstand is that the algorithm is simply a program that works on a set amount of rules and specific criteria. And it does that by reading the on-page and off-page portions of your website. Now, the second type of websites that usually dominate the search rankings on Google is websites that have authority. Meaning, this is the main reason why sites like Yelp.com rank. This is the main reason why Forbes.com or Wikipedia tend to dominate the biggest amount of information-based keywords out there. It's simply because they have hundreds of thousands of referring domains from authoritative and trusted websites that Google perceives as trusted. And this is the main reason why they may not be necessarily well themed for a specific amount of keywords. As long as they have a page with content that's relevant, they will dominate the number one position. Now, the third type of websites that usually tends to dominate the search engines is websites that have both, meaning ultimately your website must have the best of the both worlds. Your website has to be authoritative and attract backlinks from sites that are deemed as trustworthy and authoritative from the perspective of Google. And of course, your site has to attract backlinks that are relevant. And of course, when it comes to your on-page has to be specifically themed for the set amount of keywords that you want to rank for. Now, if we just examine what are the main factors that Google takes into consideration the most, this can basically be split into two worlds. The first world is your on-page, and that consists of factors such as, of course, if you have watched my on-page training video, you already know these, but just to recap, it's the domain name or the URL, the page title, the H tags, the meta description, and of course, the content. Now, these main factors have to be in place and they have to be themed for your keywords exactly as in the coaching video that I've showed you. Now, the other world really revolves around your off-page. Now, how does Google judge authority or relevance when it comes to the off-page? Well, it mostly revolves around the amount of referring domains, or think of them as unique votes that are pointing to your website from trusted and authoritative sites. And secondly, of course, it's your anchor text profile. And anchor text basically means that what the text of a backlink that is pointing to your site says. Now, the third factor is really how well themed your referring domains are, or how well themed your backlinks are. See, since Google does not think, it can only read, and it judges relevance by what the backlinks of the site that is pointing to your website say. Now, when it comes to judging the authority of a backlink or a website, we mostly tend to rely on third-party tools and third-party metrics. So for instance, we use a tool called Ahrefs. And the main metrics that this tool offers are called UR, which stands for URL rating. And this specific metric judges the quality and quantity of the backlinks that are pointing to your site, whereas DR, which stands for domain rating, judges the overall quality and power of the links that are pointing to your entire domain. Meaning that whatever page you might visit on a site, that specific page will have unique UR rating. But when it comes to DR is a global metric that is applied to the entire site. So no matter what specific page you visit, DR will remain the same. Now, other third-party tools such as Majestic offers third-party metrics such as TF, which stands for TrustFlow, which basically judges the trustworthiness or the quality of backlinks that are pointing to a specific URL. And the second metric that they offer is called CF, which stands for citation flow, and that basically judges the link juice, or so to speak, link power of your entire backlink profile of your entire website. And it helps you get a rough picture of how influential your backlink profile is of your entire website in terms of link juice. Now what we are going to do is dive into some examples, and I'm going to show you exactly how Google judges relevance. And when it comes to relevance, the things that I'm about to show you is exactly how we managed to rank for super competitive keywords such as Los Angeles mold removal. We dominate the #1 organic and the #1 maps position on Google. And this is also how we managed to dominate hyper competitive keywords in the SEO industry, such as Miami SEO. This is our case study site right here. And basically, if we know that Google can think and it can only read, we can figure out a lot of things from this kind of idea. If you can take a look here, we've dominated the #1 position for Los Angeles in terms of mold removal. But if you can see, the second ranking, or the second website that is ranking, is Yelp.com. Well, if we take a look at how many referring domains our website has, or it's basically, think of them as unique votes or the sheer amount of power our website has, we have 116 unique referring domains that are linking, that are powering up our website. Now, when it comes to Yelp, if we examine their domain name, we will see that they have a far greater amount of power. They have over 600,000 referring domains that are pointing to their website and that are powering it. So why does our site that only has 116 referring domains outranks a site that has hundreds of thousands of backlinks? Well, the reality is this. Once again, Google judges relevance by reading what is on your on page and on your off page. And when it comes to your off page, Google determines relevance by reading. So if we just take a look at our overall backlink profile of all the links we have attracted to our site, we can see that they are extremely well themed around the topic that we want to dominate, which is, of course, Los Angeles mold removal. Now, when I say that when a backlink is themed for a keyword specifically and correctly, what I mean is that the exact keyword or the LSI version of the keyword is mentioned in the domain name, page title, H tags, meta description, or content of the backlink that is pointing to our website. Meaning that all these 5 on-page elements of the page that has a link that's pointing to our website are themed around the keyword that we want to rank for. And this is absolutely huge. If you understand this one concept, you will have a huge advantage over your competitors. So as you can see, we are extremely well themed for the keyword mold removal, and this is exactly why we outrank a tremendously huge website such as Yelp, simply because we are more relevant. Now, one last thing that I really want to cover is one kind of additional factor is your anchor text profile. And when it comes to your anchor text, you really have to understand the main types of anchor text there is. And the key with anchor text is that it has really lost its weight or quote unquote power throughout the years, because the team at Google has realized that people can manipulate anchor text kind of easily. So what you have to do is this. For the most part, your anchor text portfolio should consist of mostly branded, generic, and naked URL anchors. Now, what I mean by branded anchors? Branded anchors are anchors that specifically talk about your business name or your brand's name. So if you have a site, let's take our site for instance, which is Precision Mold Removal. If we have anchor text that talks about precision mold removal, that's considered as branded anchor text. Now, generic anchor text mostly revolves around words such as click here, see this page, contact us, visit website. Generic words that all natural and legitimate sites have. Now, when it comes to naked URL anchor text really revolves around the entire domain name of your site. A good example would be anchor text such as this. So it has the full domain name of your website. This is considered naked URL anchor text. Now, when it comes to the final type of anchor text, which is exact match anchor text, keep in mind that you have to keep this type of anchor text to a minimum, because really, if most of your anchor text consists of exact match anchor text, which basically is the actual keyword that you want to rank for instance, in our example, that would be Miami mold removal or Los Angeles mold removal. Any single anchor text that specifically mentions the keywords that we want to rank for, you have to keep this type of anchor text to a minimum, because it's extremely unnatural for a legitimate website to have most of their anchor text portfolio consist of exact match anchors. Okay, so now you know exactly what makes your competitors rank and what are the main factors that Google considers when ranking or determining the position of a website in their search engine result pages, or SERPs as they would like to call it. And those two main factors really revolve around relevance and authority. Once again, your website has to have the best of the both worlds, but we highly recommend you to mostly focus on theming and raising the relevance of your website by focusing on your on page, and of course by focusing on your off page. More specifically, focusing on theming your backlinks and the anchor text portfolio of your website. You will require less resources as a business owner, and you will require less links for your SEO campaign. This has been Carlos. Thank you so much for watching this coaching video, and I hope to see you in the next video.